Hello. I've turned a lot in these lockdown poems to Russian poets who lived through the early decades of the Soviet Union, because I guess, like lots of people, I'm interested in how people survive physically, but also psychologically, spiritually, in extremis. And compared to where we all are now, they were in even more extreme circumstances. And one of the many great artists and writers who was chewed up by Stalin's horror was Osip Mandelstam. And Mandelstam was persecuted really from the early 30s for his nonconformist stance. He simply could not write the kind of poetry that would have earned him a writer's dacha and the approval, or at least the license to continue existing from the Soviet system. And indeed, Osip Mandelstam was killed by the regime. He was exiled in 1934 with his wife Nadezhda, and he was rearrested in 1938, and he died on his way to a labor camp. This poem is, I'm reading it today in particular because he wrote it on this very day, 30th of April, in 1937. He had a year left to live. The poem doesn't have a title. I raise this greenness to my lips, this sticky promise of leaves, this breach of promise, earth, mother of maples, of oaks, of snowdrops. See how I am dazzled, blinded, obedient to the lowliest root. Aren't they too much splendor for one's eyes, the explosions of this park? Like little balls of mercury, the frogs, with their croaking they couple into a sphere. Each twig becomes a branch, and the mist a fantasy of milk.